So now I would like to analyze the rape of the law. So what is analysis is we go into the depth of the poem or the canto and break it down. So for the analysis here, Pope used Zygma technique, serious matters versus frivolity, card game as battle, heroic challenge, romantic allusions, Belinda's resistance and dramatic irony. The Zygma technique, this is a very interesting one. So you use one word to modify two other words in two different ways. Example, one of the basic example for everyone to understand is she broke his car and his heart. So we use broke to describe two different situations. So in the poem, in the canto 3, the first paragraph consists, there was this part where counsel and tea both modified by the word take. So this is something both. Then we go to the second point, serious matters versus frivolity. So frivolity is joke, something fun. So the thing about Pope was how he was able to balance both serious matters and jokes at the same time. So the entire poem had funny parts in it as well as few serious matters as well. He covered both of them. He moved from one topic to another smoothly without hampering our attention towards it. We weren't in different paths or we weren't away from the topic or what was happening. The third is card game as battle. So the card game was a way to show the war between Belinda and Baron. How when Belinda was won the card game, it sparked something in Baron that kind of triggered him to do the act he's gonna do at the end of the Canto 3, which was to cut Belinda's lock. And the fourth one is heroic challenge convention. This is the heroic action of Baron cutting Belinda's lock. The fifth one is romantic allusions. So here in romantic allusions, Clarissa arming Baron with the scissors. This was Clarissa's feeling towards Baron, but no one knew about it. Why did Clarissa give that scissor? It's because she had romantic feelings for Baron, and this way she can take it would give her a sense of peace if a lock was cut off. Belinda's resistance. So in the when we were reading in the poem, we as a reader, we first did not have an idea what was inside Belinda's mind. It was Ariel who finds it out. How she was feeling towards Baron. There was a someone. So here, Belinda was resisting that feeling deep down inside. This is what Belinda's resistance is. And lastly, dramatic irony. How the Canto 3 ends when Belinda screams after her lock was cut off. That is all for the analysis, and thank you. Is there any questions?
Welcome to our presentation presented by myself, Sharatami, Mehdi Mohsin, Shimon Shil Polo, Anjumon Rakhi, Mohammad Rakib, Mosalin Shanto. They are from 10 batch, Department of English. Now, I would like my team member, Mehdi Mohsin.
Thank you, Shara. So, hello everyone. I hope you are doing good. Today we are going to talk about biography of Alexander Pope. So, you already know who was he. He is Alexander Pope. He is a famous poet, writer, and translator. He is notable. He wrote lots of notable works like River of the Law and National Man. And in this presentation, you will know about Alexander Pope, from born place, his notable works, and when he died. So now I'd like to call Simon Silpolo to continue the process.
Thank you, Mehdi. Assalamu alaikum and very good afternoon. How are you? I'm also well by the grace of Almighty. Today we are here because of a large presentation. Our topic is biography of Alexander Pope. So now we'll learn about himself. Who is Pope? Alexander Pope was a famous Bengali poet. Do you know?
Bengali part?
No, he's English poet. Attract your attention, okay? He was a great English poet, satirist, born in London, 21st May 1644 in a great Roman Catholic family. In his childhood, there's a pathetic moment because in his childhood he suffered from a traumatic syndrome that makes him disabled and stopped his height only 4 feet 6 inches. And from his childhood, he cannot attend in public school due to the system of his religious system. His religious system cannot approve him to attend any kind of institutional education. But he tried to learn some Latin and Roman words from some tutor. Now, come to the point is literary career. In early age, Alexander Pope started literature in 1704. After 5 years, he kept the attention and he began his literary career in the year of 1704. And after 5 years, he attracted his attention by his famous petrol system. And now, after 2 years, he was working on his famous and ambitious project, that is Essay on Criticism, in 1711. His second work was the Rape of the Lock, all of you already know. And by this work, he already kept him as a professional poet. After that time, Alexander Pope died at the age of 56 at 30 May 1744. Next. Now we know about some notable work. Here we will showing that an essay on criticism, an essay on man, the rape of the law, and so on. And this all from my side. I would like to request the next Timid Antonaki to continue.
Thank you so much for giving me the chance. And the lack of the law, rape of the law is written about a girl who is so much aggressive about her beauty and morely about her hair. She is so rich and like to stay like so fascinately like rich woman who wears jewelry every time, get over makeups and do everything that they are leading a luxury life. And another character is Baron, who liked her so much and he proposed her, but she rejected because of his lack of money. He is not that much rich, that's why she don't like to accept his proposal. Then we see that the end of this poem, Baron cut her hair and then the situation was made by that Belinda is too much angry about that, and there is the end. So I would like to call Rakib Shah.
Thank you everyone for your nice presentation. So here is the picture. What are you seeing? this is an essay written by the Alexander Pope. Actually, it's not an essay, it's a poem, and the name is an essay on a man. So, the poem is actually it's a psychological poem. This is written by the Alexander Pope. Published between the 1732 and between 1734. Actually, this poem is generate something different from the man and the gods. The Alexander Pope says the God way cannot be understood by the people. And what we can understand this line? The God's way cannot understand by the man. This means the God has lots of mysteries. The God create everything, every entirety, everything. But the man cannot understand what is the mystery of the world. Only God has the access to understand His creation and what is He making and everything. Men cannot understand. They only can live, but they cannot understand the God creation and His the mysterious. The second one, everyone is the equal for God. God has no favorite person. Man, woman, everything the creation, they are all equal in God's eyes. I am working very good, but I think understand that I am the only favorite person of God. No. Every creation are the same look from God. God loves everybody. The third one about the hypersea, that God says the first name is the God, second is the angel, third one is the man, and fourth under them is the others creation. There is a row we have God has created. But if this row are damaged, the whole creation will be damaged. That's all from my side. I would like to Mursal to continue the next.
Thank you, Rakesh, for your presentation. Now, here I will discuss about what Shakespeare. We all know Shakespeare. The name Shakespeare is a very heavyweight in literature, and so everyone is big critic, very fond of to write about Shakespeare and his writing. Actually, Alexander Pope was impressed by the writing of Shakespeare because of his some quality like naturalism, then individualism, some practicality, and totally his writing was the reflection of our nature. That is why Alexander Pope impressed and started writing on him. In the very first time in this period, Pope was employed by the publisher Jacob Thomson to produce an edition of Shakespeare. This edition first appeared in 1725, and this edition had 6 volumes. The first volume implies the comedy parts. That's the Tempest, A Midsummer Night's Dream, The Two Gentlemen of Verona. The other one is The Two Merry Wives of Windsor, Measure for Measure, The Comedy of Errors, and The Comedy for Nothing. And the second edition was published in 1728, but Alexander Pope removed 1560 lines from the Shakespeare writing. Why? Because of some flamboyant speech, repeating speech, and actually Shakespeare used too many words. Something like that I heard you up today. I implied it in my writing. But Alexander Pope thinks that is not suitable for her. That is why he removed those lines from the Shakespeare writing. Now, next. I will summarize the full presentation here. In the very first time, we discussed about the birthplace and the biography of Alexander Pope. Then laterally, we discuss some of the great. Okay, now I'll summarize the whole presentation. At the very first time, we discussed about his birthplace, his many limitations in his childhood, but by overcoming all these things, he started writing and he became a great critic, philosopher as well. Then we discussed about some of his notable work, The Rape of the Lock, An Essay of Man. Then exceptional writing on Pope Shakespeare. That is giving us that how much talented Shakespeare has, and he reflect all those his good side of his writing, and he also removed some bad things of his writing that he thinks that should be avoided, and he also removed that in his second edition. Thank you. That's all from our side. Thank you all for listening. And also, if you have any question regarding our topic, yeah, please, sure, ma'am.
As it is an analyzation of the poem.
Which one?
This
There is a three analysis in this presentation: the Rape of the Lock and the Essay of Man, and also the criticism on Pope Shakespeare writing written by
yes, I'm going to ask you that in the titles, the rape of the law. What is the meaning of rape? It's a sexual rape or anything.
What kind of rape?
It's a Rape of the Law. It's a name. You know, if you read the poem deeply, and then you can answer it easily.
You should read the poem.
Now, what do I
যদি
say?
যদি বাংলায় বলি তাহলে হচ্ছে
Okay,
গিয়ে
yes,
মেলোডির শর্টে
I'm going to ask you that you are going to share about the analyzation of the poem.
Yes.
So what is the meaning of the rape?
Here.
Okay. I think your question means that rape. That this time we understand rape means something else, and why this word are used in this poem. Actually, this time we are written this poem in this 20th century. This time, rape means is the hair. Hair, if I say the Bengali, it means the chuler benoni. This time, well, but at this present, rape means something else. But those time, rape means the chuler beni, and the leg of the rape means it's a chuler beni the kaita talan hoche. Thank you.
The word is come.
আচ্ছা এটা শেষ করে ফেলেন
It's not about the broad expansion of the Rape of